What is going on, Pats Nation? You guys already know who it is. Patriots Global back here with another video. And my friends, it's game week. And we're not talking about no preseason crap, but we are talking about playoff runs. We are talking about Super Bowl runs. And we are talking about who is going to be lifting that Lombardi in a couple of months. All teams start fresh. There's no Super Bowl champion anymore. Sorry, Chiefs fans, at least for the next couple months. You're not Super Bowl champions, okay? But this is where all the marbles start to count, right? This is where we get to see Mac Jones and the starters every single week, and this is real football. And today we are doing a much waited upon video as we talk about my own personal record prediction for the Patriots this upcoming season and my thoughts on this game. Of course, before we start today's video or hop into today's video on your way in, please make sure that you guys do leave a big like on this video. I'm not lying to you guys. I'm not joking with you guys. It seriously helps out the channel. And while we're demonetized, we are focusing especially on growing. We're always focused on growing, but especially while we're making nothing on the channel, we are focused on growing this channel as big and as quick as humanly possible. We are right around the bend to hitting 20K, and I can't do without you guys. So share it with some friends, share it with your family. Of course, as always, join our Discord, link in the description below. But without further ado, let's hop into today's video. So, the New England Patriots open up week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a home game. It's going to be a 4 o'clock game. And look, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is going to be a loss for the New England Patriots. They're going to start 0-1. I do believe that if the Patriots had any time where they were going to win this game, it would be week 1. I think it's better to get Philly week 1 when everybody, all teams, all participants in the league are going to be on a clean slate. There is no injuries. There's no how have you progressed throughout the season? Have you gotten momentum to yourself? Are you in a bit of a rut? Everybody's starting on the same page. So I think this is going to be a closer game than most people are going to realize, especially because the Patriots have the hardest ranked schedule in the entire National Football League this season. And this is arguably their hardest opponent all season long. But I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think that this is going to be a blowout. I don't think that this is going to be a game where the New England Patriots are going to score 3 points and the Philadelphia Eagles score somewhere between 30 and 40 points. That's not what's going to happen. I will put my money on the fact that that is not going to happen. It'll be a fun, interesting game to watch. But at the end of the day, I think Philly's pass rush, their ability on the defensive line, and their ability to blitz, along with their offense in all 3 phases between rushing, passing, and even a mobile quarterback in Jalen Hurts, I just don't see how the Patriots are going to be able to stop them. I think one positive the Patriots have is the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles do have a lot of new players and new coaches on their team. Are they going to be able to have it figured out week 1? That's going to be the question. And I think this game comes down to who prepared for this game the most and who is going to be, which team is going to be more NFL ready for week 1. But ultimately, have this one being a loss for the New England Patriots to start, which heads us into week 2. This is going to be a prime time game. Straight off the bat, heading into the season, and a primetime game for the Patriots in week 2. These are never easy. Primetime games can always go the exact opposite direction in which they should go. But the New England Patriots are going to be at home. They just suffered a loss against the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's not like the Patriots to start off the season with multiple losses back to back. It's just not in their DNA. So with that being said, I do have the Patriots finally beating Tua, turn the ball over, and winning this game against Miami. Now, the big reason that I have them winning this game is that I do think they're going to split. The Patriots split last year. They usually, for the most part, do split with Miami. Now and then, Miami gets lucky and they beat the Patriots twice. But I do think that the Patriots are able to finally beat Tua. It's something about him that Bill Belichick just can't surpass. The fact that he barely can ever win a game against Tua. I think he's only won 1 game so far against Tua, and other than that, he's beat us in every single phase. I think that they're going to split. The Patriots and the Dolphins usually, like I said, for the most part, split. And I'm going to give the Patriots an edge on this one because it's at home. They don't play well in Miami. So I think for them to come off a loss, win a divisional game here in week 2, and just put up a dub early on in the season is going to be absolutely pivotal, which brings the New England Patriots to a 1-1 record. Heading here into week 3, the Patriots travel for their first away game. And I think my big question for the Patriots this season is going to be, is this going to be one of those seasons where the New England Patriots are going to be an away team or they're going to be a home team? It seems like lately they've been a team that plays better on the road rather than playing at home, but it seems to switch every single year on, hey, do you play better when you're at Gillette Stadium or do you play better when you're on the road and you're the underdog? I'm going to say that the Patriots play better when they're on the road and they're underdog, just like they've been. This one against the New York Jets, week 3. Lots of questions with what this New York Jets team is going to be. And if you've seen me on other YouTube channels or Twitter or Instagram, even TikTok talking about this, I think the Jets are too overhyped. They're a team that won 7 games last year. They haven't been to the playoffs in how long? The Patriots have beat them 14 times straight, despite the question marks that this franchise itself has had. And all of a sudden, we're calling them Super Bowl contenders, and we're pinning them in with at least 12 wins because they got Aaron Rodgers, who himself looked like a shell of himself and couldn't win games with the Green Bay Packers this past year. I do think Aaron Rodgers is going to be much, much better and much more improved in this upcoming season with the Jets, with arguably better weapons, not even arguably, just straight up better weapons in all phases from the receiving game and from a running back group. And dare I say, potentially a better offensive line. I think it has the potential to be for the Jets this year than what we saw for the Packers last year, even with David Bakhtiari there with the Packers. I think the Patriots are going to win this game because I don't think that the Packers are going to have it all together by week 3. They have a lot of new pieces. There's a lot of new moving pieces, especially when a new quarterback comes into the mix, a whole new group of wide receivers for the most part, new group of running backs, plus the guys they have, but I don't see that being the same situation for the running back core in this upcoming season. I do think that the Patriots end up winning this game. They're going to make it 15 straight. And like I said, the Patriots just play better when they are on the road. Everybody knows that this is going to be against the Patriots. Everybody knows that this is going to be Aaron Rodgers against Bill Belichick, and the Jets finally get their comeuppance against this team. It's going to happen, spoiler alert, but it's not going to happen here in week 3, which brings the Patriots to a 2-1 record. Heading on here into week 4, the Patriots are going to be playing again on the road against the Dallas Cowboys. And my girlfriend's dad is going to absolutely love this prediction video because unfortunately, I do have the Patriots losing to the Dallas Cowboys. And I really did go back and forth with myself on this one because I do think that there is a world the Patriots win this game. They always play the Cowboys close. Always. I think the Patriots know how to play the Cowboys. They know how to play Jerry Jones' team. But I think that the Dallas Cowboys definitely became much more improved this offseason. Now, the big way the Patriots win this game is by forcing Dak Prescott to turn the ball over. And I believe he was actually the most turnover-worthy quarterback last year. If the Patriots are able to repeat that, at least for this game, then I do feel confident in their ability to come out with a win. But they obviously added Stephon Gilmore. They obviously added Brandon Cooks, 2 former Patriots that will at least give them some insight on what the Patriots like to run from an offensive and a defensive perspective. This very well could be the best defense in the entire National Football League this upcoming season, with still a shutdown, underrated corner in Stephon Gilmore, mixed with one of the best pass rushers in the National Football League in Micah Parsons. I do believe that it's just going to be a lot for Mac Jones and the Patriots offense to put up enough sufficient points to come out with the win on this game. I think the Patriots defense will definitely get some turnovers. They'll limit the Dallas Cowboys offense to what they normally would put up in terms of points. But when you have CeeDee Lamb, when you have the Archer and Brandon Cooks, I do think that, those guys are obviously going to operate. But the Zeke Elliott reunion, it's definitely going to be a fun one to watch here. Moving on to week 5, the New England Patriots are going to be playing against the New Orleans Saints and Derek Carr, their new starting quarterback. I've seen a lot of people say that this is going to be a loss for the New England Patriots and a confident loss at that. I don't see it happening. 2 years ago, Mac Jones lost early on to the Saints. I believe that was like week 3 or week 4 in his rookie season. I don't see that happening again. Quite honestly, there's no reason that the Patriots should lose this game. I do understand that, they do have a good defensive line. I do understand that Derek Carr is still a very good quarterback, but at the end of the day, who is he throwing the ball to? I think they have a pretty good running back core. I do believe that Alvin Kamara will not be able to play this game. Or actually, this might be the first game that he's actually active to be back. And I do think they have a sufficient enough running back core, but I don't think the receivers are going to be enough. And you can't put it all on Derek Carr. Quarterback that, give him a weapon or two, keep him upright. He can be dangerous, but with a questionable Saints offensive line, with your best receiver being what? Chris Olave, is Michael Thomas going to be there or not? And a questionable defense, I do think that the Patriots come out with the win, not to mention this being a home game. So moving on here to week 6, the New England Patriots are back on the road playing yet again for a second consecutive season, twice in less than a year, going to see Josh McDaniels, Jacoby Myers, maybe Chandler Jones if he's still there by then with all the drama going on with that situation. And we all know what happened last year. We all know that the New England Patriots should have won that game. The Raiders did get a late free touchdown that was not a touchdown, but we all know what really secured that loss for them was Ramondre Stevenson throwing the lateral back to Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers trying to throw the ball for some reason back to Mac Jones, gives it right to Chandler Jones, scoops it up, scores the last second touchdown, and Vegas wins. The Patriots are a much improved team. I can't say the same thing about Vegas. They got rid of Derek Carr, who I believe is a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo. I really do. Jimmy Garoppolo is a good quarterback, but he's a bridge quarterback, and you can't even guarantee that Jimmy at this point at week 6 is going to be able to play in this game. And you know that Bill Belichick knows how to play against and game plan against from a defensive standpoint against Jimmy Garoppolo and Jacoby Myers, who is going to be one of their leading receivers. They got rid of Darren Waller, one of their biggest playmakers. As long as you can shut down Josh Jacobs, I feel confident in the Patriots' ability to beat this team, especially with question marks still about Vegas' secondary. I think their defensive line is great, and this is going to be one of those games where Mac Jones is going to be under duress. They have to find a way to keep him upright and get the ball out quick, but I think this is going to be a big game for guys after the catch like Kendrick Bourne, like Juju Smith-Schuster, and I think the Patriots come out with a confident win here against Las Vegas. Heading on here into week 7, the New England Patriots are back at home against the Buffalo Bills. And it seems like if there's one team that is the kryptonite to the New England Patriots over the last few years, it's been the Buffalo Bills. And I guess rightfully so. We still own your franchise. We still have your number for 18, 19, even 20 years. We constantly beat you, and you really never, ever had a chance unless you wished upon a star and it came true. But I have the Patriots losing this one. I understand it's at home. I think that the final game of week 18 we saw against the Buffalo Bills, if the Patriots win that, obviously go to the playoffs. I thought that was a good showing by the Patriots offense, even with Matt Patricia, and showed us that the Patriots play better against the Buffalo Bills when it's on the road versus at home. And we've seen that over the last few years as the Buffalo Bills have become more and more dominant, especially against this team. So with that being said, because this game is also at home, I do believe that the Patriots are going to lose this game. It's hard to shut down Josh Allen. It's hard to shut down Stephon Diggs. I think they're going to be on a roll. And it seems like that franchise just becomes 10 times more motivated to win the game when it's against Bill Belichick and the Patriots. So you can't say they win a game against us until this team proves that they can get past their own deficiencies, not get in their own heads, and actually beat Josh Allen. But guys, real quick, I have to give a massive shout out to the sponsors of this channel who will be sponsoring us all season long over at BetUS, because guys, BetUS is the leading online betting platform offering a wide range of sports betting and casino games who are known for reliability, customer service, and security. They are the place to bet on all of your favorite sports like the NFL, MLB, NBA, soccer, and so much more. They also have several different betting options such as pregame, live betting, parlays, and prop bets. They also constantly have new promotions for you guys, whether that's you're new and it's a welcome bonus. Whether it's loyalty rewards for both new and existing users. Guys, right now you can receive a 125% sign up bonus when you use the link in my description below and pinned in the comment section below once you place $100 or more. So basically, let's say you place that $100. You will get a total of $225 to bet with, which is easy money. Guys, my little trick here is you do that and you bet on something that is confident, that you are completely confident is going to hit. Whether that only gives you an extra $10 or $20, if you put down that $100 and you now get 225, that 225 might net you, let's say, 250. But because you signed up with my link below, that initial $100 you place becomes 250 now, or even place a big bet if you are that confident. Put your money where your mouth is and make some serious money. And make sure you guys tag me when you do these and post them on Twitter or Instagram, or email them to me or DM them to me, because I would love to see some of the bets that you guys are placing. Guys, this is also super easy to sign up for. So if you are interested, which you should be, go ahead and click the link in my description, like I said, or pin in the comment section below. And you guys, as you can see, this is what's going to pop up on the screen for you. All you have to do is hit bet now. And I already have an account, so I'm not sign up again. But look, you can see that it's only 3 tabs. It takes you right through. It's super quick, super easy to sign up, nothing confusing. You just have to put your name, your last name, your email, and your phone number. This is easy stuff, guys. Easy stuff. In fact, I want to share one of my favorite bets with you guys. Let's pull that up real quick. Here we go. It's week 1, baby. So let's talk. Let's talk about week 1. Patriots and Philadelphia Eagles. I've told you guys this before, and I'm going to say it again because it is my favorite bet. Total game, over 45 points or under 45 points. To me, this is easy. Under 45 points. It's week 1. NFL offenses, they're never acclimated week 1. You never see shutouts week 1. They're very few and far between. The Patriots and the Eagles both have a lot of new offensive pieces. They also both have new coaches on both sides of the ball. This isn't going to be a game that dominates offensively. This is going to be a game that comes down to defenses, and this is not going to combine for a total of 45 points, guys. Easy money. Go ahead again and check them out over at BetUS, guys. Support the sponsors who support the channel, especially, guys, while we are demonetized and not making anything off of the channel, no money, anything like that. We need sponsors in order to run the channel, and that starts with you guys checking out BetUS and showing them some love. We got the best community on the platform, so let's show that to BetUS, guys. Let them know that Patriots Global sent you. So, guys, let's hop in. Let's hop right back into today's video. Coming back here with week 8. So we just talked about week 7, the New England Patriots against the Buffalo Bills at home. I said that being a loss. The New England Patriots are going to be suffering back-to-back losses here. This is going to be on the road against Miami. Like I said, I have the Patriots winning their first matchup week 2 against Miami at home. But historically, look in these past games, the Patriots don't play well when it comes to playing in Miami. And that's not a Mac Jones thing. That just seems to be the aura surrounding this team, is that they are cursed to not be able to win over in Miami because it's very few and far between. Even when Tom Brady was here, we couldn't win those games over in Miami. Different weather, different humidity. It just seems like this team cannot be acclimated to playing there. And again, I do think by week 8, Tua probably is still going to be healthy in this game, I would assume. So again, I do think the Patriots lose this game. Heading on to week 9, the New England Patriots are back at home. It seems like every other week we're swapping off here. But back at home, the New England Patriots are going to be hosting the Washington football team, or the Washington Commanders, rather, as they seem to want to change names every single year. This is a game that I have the Patriots winning, but Don't be surprised if it's a close game, and don't be surprised if maybe the Patriots even were to lose. It seems like the Washington football team is one of those teams where they're a middle of the pack to low pack team in the National Football League every single year, and they can beat a really good team, one of the best teams in the league that realistically they shouldn't beat. But then they drop a game against one of the worst teams in the league that they should easily win. I have the Patriots winning this one. At the end of the day, new quarterback and Sam Howell, I really don't think he's going to be all that, nothing flashy that's going to push this team forward. The biggest thing that scares me about the Commanders is their defensive line. And Chase Young hasn't exactly been what they thought Chase Young was going to be, but that is still a nasty defensive line that, if the Patriots O-line is struggling, could definitely cause some havoc and make this game interesting. But as long as they can keep Mac Jones upright, find ways to not let that pressure get to him, then I'm very confident the Patriots come out with this win because they are the better team on both sides of the ball. So moving on here into week 10, the New England Patriots are on the road. This was supposed to be a home game, but it's not going to be a home or away game for either of these teams because they are going to be playing an international game in Germany. Now, Germany is said to have one of two teams technically be their team, right? Like Philly has the Eagles, Boston, New England has the Patriots. Germany has said that their team is the Patriots or the Chiefs, and it's leaning more towards the Patriots. So with that being said, I do think there's going to be a much more majority of Patriots fans at this game versus Colts fans, which is going to give the Patriots an advantage here. Not to mention the Colts are the Colts. Anthony Richardson, we'll see what he's going to be. He's either going to be the next Cam Newton, Russell Wilson, or he's going to be an absolute bust, and there's really absolutely no in between. But they're not a good team. They're not a good team from coaching. They're not a good team from player standpoint. So I'm not scared of what this team brings. Jonathan Taylor might not even be there, be playing for them at that point. So this is an easy dub for me. Heading on to week 11, that's a bye week for the Patriots. Last year, they were able to come out of the bye week successful. 2021, they came out of the bye week being one of the worst teams in the National Football League for the second half of the season. Hopefully, they can come back being strong because they come back, not traveling too far, but they are still playing at MetLife Stadium for the second time out of 3 times for this season, but not against the Jets. It's going to be against the Giants here in week 12. And I had a really tough time with this one because originally I had it as a win. But then I had to go back because I had 11 wins for the Patriots initially. And I was like, we got to bring this down a little bit. And I had to circle the Giants game as a loss because I think this could go both ways. I think this game could be interesting, but I think that the Giants had a spectacular offseason. They obviously added Darren Waller. They added some defensive pieces also. I think they have a growing offensive line. Daniel Jones is not the Daniel Jones we saw the first couple of seasons, and we'll see if he can capitalize off of what he did in 2022. But from a passer, he improved significantly. He went from being one of the most turnover-worthy quarterbacks in the league to being the least turnover-worthy quarterback in 2022. So his ability as a passer, his ability as a rushing quarterback, as he was top 5 in that category, it's going to be very hard to stop, especially with some of their additions. Again, Darren Waller is going to be the big name, but they do have Darius Slayton, who I think is an underrated receiver for them that definitely showed out last year, not to mention Saquon's ability to obviously both rush and receive the ball. So I think this can go both ways, but with former Patriots tight end coach Brian Daboll there as the head coach, seems like Belichick always has issues that first time at least going up against his former disciples. So I'm going to say that this is going to be a loss for the Patriots, but it really could go either way. And I think it'll be a fun and close game. Heading on to week 13, the New England Patriots back at home to host the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, usually we are used to playing the Chargers in the Chargers stadium and still winning and still blowing them out. So many people have pinned this game as a loss to the Patriots. Tell me you don't know the history of this team without telling me you don't know the history of this team. The Chargers, Justin Herbert, over the last 2-3 times that he has played this team, they can't beat the Patriots. It is fate for the Los Angeles Chargers to not beat the Patriots. And that's why I have this being a win for New England. It's kind of like the Patriots and the Bills. Until you can show me that you can beat this team, I don't care what you have on paper. I'm going to say that we have the upper hand. So again, Justin Herbert, all the pieces that they have with Austin Eckler, obviously drafted Quentin Johnston. They have a lot of great pieces. I love watching them. A reunion game for J.C. Jackson. Obviously, Derwin James on that side of the ball. Joey Bosa. They have a lot of great pieces. But again, they can never, ever, ever show up against this team and make it a competitive football game. Not to mention, this is now a home game that they're coming to. So I have to have this to be a win for the Patriots. Week 14, the New England Patriots are back on the road. Like I said, every other week, it seems. They are traveling to Pittsburgh for the second consecutive season. I have this being a win for the Patriots. This one I kind of went back and forth with too. I looked more at the history of the games. It seems like the Patriots, for the most part, usually play the Steelers in the beginning half of the season, sometimes in the mid half, very rarely in the late half. When they play them in the later half of the season, it seems like that's where it's more of a throw up for the game, where hey, it's always a close game, but it seems that the Patriots sometimes walk away with it, and sometimes the Pittsburgh Steelers walk away with it. Last time the Patriots played them this deep into the season was in 2018. They lost that, and the Patriots went to win on Super Bowl 53. For the most part, though, the Patriots know how to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. They just do. It doesn't matter who's at quarterback. It doesn't matter how good their defense is. It doesn't matter how good their offensive line is. They always know how to play this game and go up against Mike Tomlin, who I think is a great coach, an underrated coach. And also, it seems like he develops his team better than any other coach in this entire league from the first start of the season to the second half and as the season develops towards the end. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers very well could be a playoff team. What is Kenny Pickett? We don't know. The Patriots didn't play him when they played him last year. But I think the NFL in general doesn't really know what Kenny Pickett is. And can he thrive off of what he did the second half of 2022 is going to be the massive question. I have to go with history here again and say that the Patriots, as long as they can stay healthy, are the better team, and they will win this game. Heading on to week 15, this is going to be a primetime game. This is also the second consecutive primetime game, as the Patriots week 14 game against Pittsburgh was also a primetime game. I think week 15 is going to be very interesting against the Chiefs because Bill Belichick knows how to play against the Chiefs. Now, look, granted, they lost the last two matchups against Kansas City, one of which Tom Brady was a part of, and the Patriots should have won, but they didn't count the N'Keal Harry touchdown, said he was out of bounds, even though he wasn't. That came down to a touchdown. Patriots should have technically won that game. The most recent time was in 2020 when Cam Newton was under center, but didn't play in this game because of the illness that was going around during that time. Can't really say it here on YouTube. Actually, I can, COVID, because they decided not to monetize the channel, so I don't got to worry about that. But they had Jarrett Stidham and Brian Hoyer under wraps. They held Patrick Mahomes to a field goal in the first half. If Cam Newton plays that game, I'm confident that the Patriots win. Belichick knows how to play Andy Reid. Belichick knows how to limit Patrick Mahomes. With Travis Kelce already dealing with injury problems before the season starts, not to mention the fact that they quite literally have 0 wide receivers on that team, I think this could be a close, interesting game in prime time. You never know. I think the Patriots could win this game, but right now I have to pin it in as an L. When you constantly go to the Super Bowl every year and win it, can the Patriots defense continue to match up against, one of the best offenses in the National Football League and the best quarterback in the National Football League? That's going to be the biggest question. So right now I'm going to pin it in as an L, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the Patriots pull out a dub here. Moving on to week 16, the New England Patriots for a third straight week are playing in a primetime game. This is going to be on the road against the Denver Broncos, who have been a different team this offseason. I think they made a lot of really, really, really good additions, especially to their offensive line, help keep Russell Wilson upright. But that's going to be the big question. Russell Wilson. What is Russell Wilson in 2023 compared to what he was in the disappointing 2022 season? I thought the Broncos won that trade with Seattle a couple of years ago. About a year or so ago, a year and some change ago. But so far, they did not. They have a lot of new pieces, and that's going to be the question is how do they adapt within those new pieces? But this is later on in the season to where they should be good enough to make this game competitive. Russell Wilson always beats the Patriots. Russell Wilson knows how to play against this team, but Russell Wilson, again, isn't the Seattle Seahawks version of Russell Wilson that, again, has beaten this team so many times. Sean Payton being the head coach there should help him out significantly, and this team overall. I think they have a lot of talent, especially their defense. That defense showed out and is what won them games last year. It was their offense that didn't. But they're already dealing with injuries in their wide receiver core. They have one guy who's out for the season, and then both of their others in Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, both already dealing with injuries before the season starts. How healthy are they going to be? And I think that their running back core is a little suspect, also deals with injuries. So by this point, it might come down to which team is going to be healthier. But I have the New England Patriots winning this game. I think as long as they can be healthy and they can be smart with the ball, I think that they can come out with this win. Moving on to week 17, this is going to be on the road at Buffalo. Had the Patriots losing week 7. So 10 weeks ago, I had the Patriots losing this game at home. I said they played better on the road, especially when it comes to Buffalo, but I have the Patriots losing this game also. Unfortunately, like I said when talking about week 7, until you can show me you can beat this team, I cannot say that you are going to do it. I've done it the last few years, saying that the Patriots are going to pull out at least one win against the Bills, and they really never do, except the 1 year, Max rookie year, when it came down to weather, and they passed the ball like 7 times. So don't really count that game. Have to give this one an L late on in the season, but not at a point where they're going to be resting their starters. I think this is going to be an important game for the Patriots to win in order to make the postseason, especially in terms of where each team is going to rank within the division. Second to last week in the entire season. So important one for New England. Don't think it's going to be as important for Buffalo, maybe in terms of them trying to win the division, but I think they're going to make the playoffs, whether they get first or second in the division, but have this one being an L. And then week 18 against the New York Jets. This is going to be at home. We finish off the season at home. I have this one being an L. 15 straight, my friends. Give it up. We had 15 straight wins against the Jets. We own you. We own you. We still own you. Congrats if you get one win. You still only got one win, 15 straight. You didn't beat us twice this season. You weren't undefeated against us this season, but you won one. I think that this game could come down to both the Jets and the Patriots needing to win this game in order to push themselves into the playoffs. And with that being said, I think that Aaron Rodgers, he's going to clutch up. We always see that the Patriots, Belichick, they seem to not be able to become clutch within those moments when they truly need it. They couldn't do it last year. They were able to make the playoffs Max rookie year, and then had one of the biggest blowouts that we've seen, the second biggest blowout in the last 10 years, and then obviously couldn't do it the year of Cam Newton also. So I'm going to give the Jets the elevation here and say that they are going to finally get one on Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots at home. And they're going to hype it up and talk about how sweet it was because they prevented the Patriots from, trying from either not making the playoffs or just because they have a better record than the Patriots and beat them. But that is going to be my overall record for the New England Patriots for the 2023 season. As I see, we're lagging a little. This means that I do have the Patriots finishing with a 9-8 record. Is that going to be enough to make the playoffs? We're just going to have to wait and see. I think there's going to be a lot of teams in the AFC that do finish with that kind of 8 to 10 win mark, and it's just going to be based off of division. It's going to be based off of who won and who lost. I still am a firm believer that, do the Patriots win a playoff game? I'm not so sure about that, but I do believe the Patriots will somehow thrust themselves into one of those last spots in the playoffs for the AFC this year, and I'm putting my money on it with BetUS, and I think you guys should do it too, because you can get some serious money. Put $5 on that, and let me tell you, you're still gonna catch a band if the Patriots do hit on that. So what are your guys' thoughts on the Patriots 2023 season? What are your records for them? What are some of your bold predictions for them this season? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to leave a big like on this video, and of course, subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Never forget, of course, go Pats.